We want to go to the Pentagon now. Jennifer Griffin has the very latest on Osama bin Laden and the disposition of his body, as I understand it. Jennifer?
Yes, we can now confirm that about an hour and a half ago, John, Osama bin Laden was buried at sea. We're told by a senior U.S. official that he was the only of the four bodies at the compound, the four people killed at the compound. He was the only person who was taken away, and that body has now been buried at sea. We can confirm that. It's not clear which sea. It's not clear how the body was dropped, but we are told that Muslim tradition was kept in terms of the burial, in terms of the washing of the body, and in terms of wrapping it. But Osama bin Laden is now buried at sea. John?
And again, for our viewers who might just be tuning in, the United States was concerned. There was talk about possibly calling up Saudi Arabia and saying, do you want to bury him in his home country? Possibly calling Afghanistan or Pakistan. But the fear was that if you put Osama bin Laden in the ground, he becomes, his burial site becomes a shrine and an attraction and maybe a lightning rod for the people who believe the same way he does. So by burying him at sea, the Pentagon is hoping to forestall any kind of hero worship, or at least worship of the burial site, because nobody's going to know where he is.
That's exactly right, and that's why they opted for sea. And it's important that they did it in these initial hours, because by Muslim tradition, you have to bury the body within 24 hours. So we were told that by 4 p.m. tomorrow they would have buried him, but they opted for a quick burial, and U.S. forces took the body out to sea. And there are also some reports that there are pictures of Osama bin Laden that were taken. We can confirm that photos were taken of the dead body, but the photos that are circulating on the internet right now are not bin Laden, we're told by senior U.S. officials. Those are doctored photos that have been out on the internet for some time. We're told from very senior officials with access to the latest intelligence that those photos that are out on the internet right now are not the official photos, but some photos were taken. They are not being released at this time, John.
I suppose at some point, though, as repulsive as it might be, the Pentagon will want to put out at least one photo just to prove to his followers or fans, if you want to use such a term, that he is in fact dead and gone.
Well, absolutely. You're going to want to show some sort of proof of death at some point. It's not clear why they aren't releasing those photos at this time, and there certainly will be conspiracy theorists out there and some of his followers who will say, how do we know that he's dead? I mean, it will become pretty obvious, I think, among his followers. You'll start seeing the reaction from those who are close to him. They're going to know that he's dead, and certainly word will travel pretty quickly. But there certainly is a concern about putting out those photos right now, and U.S. officials have opted not to do it at this time.
Jennifer Griffin reporting live from the Pentagon.